Vietnam. It's one of the most exciting travel destinations in the world. From the stunning beauty of Halong Bay to the timeless streets of Hoi An and the delicious Vietnamese cuisine. After spending 4 weeks exploring this incredible country, we're taking you on a journey through our top 12 spots to visit in Vietnam. Let's start off with number 1, Halong Bay. These beautiful emerald green waters, dotted with over 1,900 towering limestone islands, make for one of Vietnam's most iconic attractions. The karst rock formations were sculpted by millions of years of wind and waves, and today form one of the most jaw-dropping landscapes on planet Earth. Our favorite way to explore Halong Bay is on a 3-day cruise trip, which will cost between $160 and $400 per person. There are over 200 different options to choose from, but we chose the Doris cruise, a beautiful 5-star cruise ship with great food, outside balconies, and even a pool. The best thing about a cruise in Halong Bay is that you can just relax and be pretty much guaranteed fantastic views 24/7. There's plenty of activities included, like kayaking around the bay, which lets you get close to the islands, exploring hidden caves on a traditional boat with a local, and enjoying the views from the jacuzzi. Pro tip, when you come here, it pays to get up early because watching the sunrise over this otherworldly landscape is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Next up, Hoi An. Hoi An is known as the Yellow City and is one of the highlights on Vietnam's central coast. The old town, filled with warm yellow buildings and a rich history, is like stepping back in time. Wandering through the narrow streets, you'll find beautifully preserved wooden houses, cozy cafes, and craft shops that tell stories of Hoi An's trading past. And when night falls, Hoi An turns into a magical place with hundreds of colorful lanterns lighting up the streets and reflecting on the Tu Bon River. This nightly lantern scene gives the town a soft, inviting glow and makes for a stunning sight. Along the banks of the river, you'll find the night market where you can buy everything from souvenirs to traditional Vietnamese food. It's kind of like a food court. You just grab a table and order dishes from whichever hawker stall you like. Hoi An also has over 700 shops that sell tailor-made clothing. While we were there, Naik had a shirt tailor-made and I had a few dresses made. You select the fabric, the cut, everything. We felt so fancy and we only paid about $100 total for everything. Highly recommend. We traveled down to the waters of Vietnam's Mekong Delta. The Mekong Delta is a network of rivers that starts in the Himalayas and passes through China, Myanmar, Thailand, and Cambodia. The best way to explore the Mekong Delta is to hire a local guide with a boat to show you around. What really blew us away were the floating markets in the city of Can Tho. There were dozens of boats packed together, each one loaded with colorful fruits, vegetables, and local goods. It's pretty cool how the vendors just tie whatever they're selling to tall poles on their boats, making it easy for shoppers to spot what they need from a distance. Smaller rowboats navigate in between the bigger boats, selling coffee, snacks, and noodles. Sidle up to a Hue Thieu vendor for the best breakfast in Can Tho, a bowl with steaming broth, bouncy noodles, and delicious toppings. If you head away from the markets, you reach the narrow waterways and canals of the Mekong Delta, where you'll see local farmers tending to their fields and children playing by the banks of the river. Next up, Hanoi. Hanoi is best described with 2 words: beautiful chaos. The streets here are buzzing with millions of scooters carrying everything from refrigerators to families of 5, making it a big adventure to even cross the road. It's crazy, but in the best way possible. Start off your visit in the historic heart of Hanoi, the Old Quarter. This area is like a step back in time with its narrow streets and ancient buildings. Each street here traditionally was dedicated to a specific trade, and many still reflect this historical commerce in their names and shops. There's also the French Quarter, which showcases elegant colonial villas and landmarks like the Hanoi Opera House and St. Joseph's Cathedral. But the best thing by far in Hanoi is the food. Oh my goodness, the street food scene here is out of this world. First up, try pho bo for breakfast. It's Vietnam's national dish, this amazing beef noodle soup that will warm you right up. And don't miss a chance to try egg coffee or coconut coffee. These are unique Hanoi specialties that will give you a real energy boost. For lunch, we recommend bun cha. It's grilled pork with noodles and it's absolutely delicious. And if you're looking for a quick snack, you can't go wrong with a banh mi sandwich. Now, food aside, for a truly unique experience, visit Hanoi's Train Street. You can sit at a cafe, sip on a coconut coffee, and watch as a massive train thunders by super close. It's very cool. Moving on to the Ha Giang Loop. The Ha Giang Loop in northern Vietnam is a road like no other, perfect for those who love both adventure and stunning landscapes. This 350-kilometer journey starts in Ha Giang City and takes you through some of the most breathtaking scenery in the country. It's a very popular route on a motorcycle and is known as one of the best drives in all of Asia. Imagine riding through winding roads that cut through towering mountains and deep valleys. Along the way, you'll find plenty of spots for a refreshing swim, small charming towns, and restaurants where you can snack on local treats like dried buffalo as you pause to take in the views. The Ha Giang Loop lives up to its name, which means water and mountains in Vietnamese. You'll be surrounded by lush greenery and flowing streams throughout the route. The Ma Pi Leng Pass is known as a crown jewel of this loop. With its jagged mountain peaks and the stunning emerald No Khe River below, it's the most scenic part of the drive. Now this one is a special one, Ninh Binh. The scenery in Ninh Binh is nothing short of spectacular. We missed out on this stunning spot during our time in Vietnam and we regret it, so don't make the same mistake. Ninh Binh is home to lush green rice paddies surrounded by towering limestone cliffs and dramatic rock formations. Parts of the movie Kong Skull Island were actually filmed here because of the fantasy-like scenery. One of the coolest things to do in Ninh Binh is to take a sampan boat ride through the 3 giant caves around Tam Kok. The boats are pretty unique. The rowers actually use their feet to move the oars. The best thing about Tam Kok though is that it's still a bit of a hidden gem. It's super popular with the Vietnamese, but international travelers are just starting to discover its charm. And if you're looking for a solid dose of adventure, you can climb up Mua Cave Dragon Mountain. These views look like they're absolutely worth the effort of climbing the 500 steps to the top. You can see the whole area spread out before you. Next, head to the ancient capital of Hoa Lu, which was the capital of Vietnam in the 10th and 11th centuries. Here you can visit the temples of King Dinh and King Lê, the first rulers of the Dinh and Lê dynasties, which have been beautifully preserved. Next up is the ancient city of Hue, where majestic palaces and historic pagodas offer a glimpse into Vietnam's past, back when emperors ruled the country. The first place we visited in Hue was the Grand Imperial Citadel. This massive complex was once home to Vietnam's last royal dynasty, the Nguyen emperors, and it's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's often compared to Beijing's Forbidden City. Walking through the citadel, we saw incredible palaces, temples, and gates. Along the banks of the Perfume River that runs through Hue, you'll find the Tien Mu Pagoda, a 7-story pagoda that is one of the oldest and most beautiful religious structures in the country. Now, all these historic sites are really cool and all, but let's talk about the best thing about Hue, the food. Hue is known for its imperial cuisine. Here you can try dishes that were once served to the emperors of Vietnam themselves. We tried Bun Bo Hue, a spicy beef noodle soup that's a local specialty. It was so good, we really had it way too many times. Next up, Sapa. Sapa is nestled in Vietnam's remote northwest and offers a landscape that seems almost too perfect to be real. It's famous for these terraced rice fields that seem to defy gravity. The fields create the most incredible patterns on the mountainsides, like giant green staircases climbing up the sky. They're especially stunning during harvest season from September to November, when everything is lush and green. But Sapa isn't just about pretty views. It's a trekker's paradise as well. You've got options ranging from easy walks to challenging hikes. The crown jewel of these treks is Phan Xipang Peak, the highest mountain in Vietnam at 3,143 meters. And don't worry if you're not up for the climb, there's a cable car as well that'll take you to the top so you can take in the panoramic views without the sweat. One of the coolest things about Sapa is getting to interact with the local indigenous people. It was eye-opening to see their traditional way of life. A lot of the trekking routes include visits to villages like Gat Gat and Ta Pin, so you can really immerse yourself in the local culture. Now, a word of advice, timing is everything when visiting Sapa. We went in October when the weather was cool and comfortable for trekking and the rice fields were at their most vibrant. So if you can, try to plan your visit between September and November. Next up on our list, Ho Chi Minh City. The capital is the largest and most dynamic city in Vietnam, home to over 9 million people. Our favorite part of Ho Chi Minh is the historic city center. Take a stroll past the Saigon Opera House, the Town Hall, and the Tan Dinh Church, known for its vibrant pink facade. You'll notice a lot of French influences in the architecture because Vietnam has a lot of French history. Definitely don't skip the Reunification Palace. This is where the Vietnam War officially ended in 1975 when a tank crashed through its gates. You can actually see a replica of that tank on the lawn outside. For a deeper look into Vietnam's past, we went to the War Remnants Museum, which shows the Vietnam War from the Vietnamese perspective. It's not an easy visit and pretty intense, but definitely eye-opening. The biggest thrill in Ho Chi Minh City was hopping on the back of a motorbike taxi whizzing through Vietnam's notorious traffic. It's one of the most fun but also slightly nerve-wracking experiences in Vietnam. Don't worry though, your driver does this every day. Speaking of things we'd like to do every day, when the sun goes down, Ho Chi Minh really comes to life. Go to a local street food vendor and order up some bot chien, crispy fried rice flour cakes with egg, our favorite dish in the city. To top it off, we enjoyed some ice-cold beers for just 25 cents each, sitting on small plastic chairs on the boardwalk, people watching, and just soaking in the lively atmosphere. Next up, Phu Quoc Island. Welcome to Phu Quoc Island, Vietnam's tropical beach paradise. It has crystal clear waters, soft sandy beaches stretching as far as the eye can see, and lush jungle-covered hills in the background. Phu Quoc is one large island surrounded by 21 smaller islets. What's cool about Phu Quoc is how it manages to blend luxury with untouched nature. You've got these fancy resorts with all the amenities you could dream of, but just a short scooter ride away, you'll find yourself in the heart of pristine wilderness. Sao Beach is one of the most beautiful beaches on the island. It looks just like a postcard. If you prefer peace and quiet, head to Vung Bao Beach on the western coast, where you can have a spot all to yourself. The best part is watching the spectacular sunsets that paint the sky in vibrant hues. And if you're into snorkeling, you're in the right spot. Hire a boat to go snorkeling off the An Toi Archipelago. This place is teeming with colorful marine life. Or, for a spectacular ride above the water, head to Pineapple Island. Pineapple Island is connected to the mainland by an 8-kilometer cable car, one of the longest in the world. The views are spectacular and the ride is about 15 minutes one way. Coming up next, Mui Ne. As you approach the coastal town of Mui Ne, you'll notice something unusual on the horizon. Are those sand dunes? You bet they are. Mui Ne is home to some of the most stunning sand dunes you'll find in Southeast Asia. These golden and white hills stretch as far as the eye can see, creating a surreal desert-like landscape right next to the ocean. There are two main dune areas you'll want to check out: the red dunes near the town and the white sand dunes about 24 kilometers away. There's no shortage of adventure activities in Mui Ne. You can ride ATVs across these golden hills like you're in a desert movie chase scene. Or, if that's not enough of an adrenaline rush for you, how about sandboarding? It's kind of like snowboarding, but on sand. And then, number 1, the Mai Song Sanctuary, a hidden gem that's often called Vietnam's mini Angkor Wat. It's a collection of Hindu temples built by the Champa kingdom between the 4th and 14th centuries. Can you believe these red brick structures have been standing for over 1,000 years? The temples were built to honor the god Shiva, and they're nestled in a lush green valley surrounded by mountains. Now, I know what you're thinking, Naik and Kim, I've seen temples before. But the Mai Son Sanctuary is unique in Vietnam. It's like Angkor Wat's little brother, but with its own architectural style and an enchanting setting in a lush jungle valley. Out of the 68 structures that once made up the site, there's about 20 left today. That's why UNESCO named it a World Heritage Site back in 1999. That wraps up our Vietnam top experiences. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more of these travel guides in the future.